Hi Virgos, thank you so much for being here. I am Divine Femme Carrot 144, very happy, grateful, and blessed to bring you this reading. This reading is designed for those who have their sun, moon, and rising signs in the zodiac sign sidereally in Virgo, or who should come to this message, or should this message find you. For your reading, I will be doing a 6-card spread, and then we'll get a major arcana, and then we'll get a card from the End of the World as We Know It deck, created by me, that has the lunar moon phases and zodiac signs. Everything has been pre-shuffled, so let's go ahead and begin. All right. We'll get your first card for Virgo. Message for Virgo. Ooh. All right, so we have the King of Pentacles. This is a very strong energy. It didn't take long for this card to appear, as you can see. And then, the energy of the way the card was delivered, I feel that's going to be more of a significant message. Allow what resonates. Pentacles is going to be your energy. And then also Capricorn and Taurus. So, with this being the first card, this being a Virgo reading, you're an absolute baddie, you're an absolute boss. This could be male or female. And a very wealthy, rich, great investor of a person. This is also a part of Empire energy, Emperor energy. So having a business or multiple businesses, being great with managing money, successful at attaining money, hard work paying off, putting in great diligent works, and seeing success and reward. And then also I'm getting loyal energy, loyal and royal. And this being counterpart to the Queen of Pentacles. And I'm getting spiritual energy of a spiritual connection and also a spiritual marriage. The color red on the crown could be significant. And then a very attractive energy is also wanting to come through, connected to this card as well. A wonderful manifester is also going to be important. With your Virgo energy, I'm also getting the importance of order, keeping order, having receipts. With the wealth that comes through, also to this being in good health, taking very good care of oneself. This also being self-love, true love, and gaining prosperity as a result. Beautiful energy. All right, let's get your second card for Virgo. Very strong presence too. Second card for Virgo. So I'm also getting to when you enter the room, like everyone noticed that you're not unnoticeable. You have a very strong presence. Second card for Virgo. Okay, we have the Ace of Wands. So this is a strong, passionate, fiery energy. Sagittarius, Leo, Aries, and a Fucus energy. This is a spark. And I'm getting passion again. Very galactic energy. Location energy is also what I see here. So that could be significant. As far as the newness that's here with the aces. Aces have nothing to do with the past. So this could be connected to the wealth, the creative endeavorness of this, but I do get a strong sensual urge and intensity in the romance department. We'll just put it that way. I do get both sun and moon energy with this. And we did just have a new moon yesterday. But with this coming after the King of Pentacles, this could be a strong surge of energy set towards a new beginning that has something to do with a connection. Feelings towards another. It definitely could be related to the spiritual marriage energy that I was getting, seeing the galactic forces that are a part of this card. And then we do have a strong sense with your energy of the Pentacle, like a groundedness. This is also going to be practical energy, but grounding. So something being grounded into the physical. I'm also getting a fated situation here. Very powerful energy also too. And so I see the sun energy, the rays, but I also get the moon energy as well. And then the location energy, touching down, something being made physical. Okay, let's get your third card for Virgo. Third card for Virgo. Third card for Virgo. Oh, I just saw the Ace of Cups. Nice. Third card for Virgo. That'll be relevant to the Ace energy. With the two Ace energies from that and what I've seen, the 11 energy will also be significant as well. I'm also seeing like an ice cream cone or a lollipop. So sweets. Let's get the third card for Virgo. That could be significant too. Third card for Virgo. Okay, we have the Six of Wands and the Prince of Wands. I'm hearing success in the boom. Success in the boom. So with the two cards coming through here, I'm picking up like this is strong fire energy, and the force of that card that wanted to present itself when these two cards came through will be significant. I get this being the younger energy from within the King of Pentacles, and thus speaking to the fire and the power. This is so much fire. So a lot of fire from within the King of Pentacles. Being successful. Having success. And I did say that here. But this will also be being seen for this. Being a go-getter energy. The sun being here in both cards, I feel it will speak to the energy of what's here with the male energies that are present. The Prince of Wands represents night energy. And so I do get this being not only about this person being somewhat of a younger energy, but then also it being about the defending the element that it represents. So it's pretty much what's here. Like, and we don't even have to do this here. Because you see the wand being held, holding on to that wand and having success in one's creativity, one's endeavors, the strong, passionate, sexual energy. I also get that too, and the importance of that as well. There is a lion energy, a lioness that's also here in strong representation wearing a crown. And so I've always gotten this a shapeshifter energy, but then also being in counterpart energy, it's speaking to the spiritual union is also what I'm getting. And always being together. There being no competition when it comes to you is also what I'm getting. So starting and creating something new and then setting sights on that, having that, it now being almost like a catalyst, and now it's like go, and this being the force that's being put into something connected to the newness of whatever's related to this Ace of Wands here. So I see that wand being held here and then also here. Being very powerful too with the lion that's on the shield here. Strong Leo energy will be significant. And then I'm just seeing the counterpart energies that's here with the two lion energies. And this being the same energy that's also here in the Six of Wands. So with the lioness energy, that'll also be shapeshifter energy where I get Scorpio energy. And with the strong Leo energy that's coming through, that'll be a testament to the spiritual energy that I was getting of a spiritual marriage between two. I do get this possibly being representation and standing up for that particular union with the shield here with the lion, and then being here with the lioness. So having this as the badge with the Leo representation, and it also being here, Jupiter is also going to be significant as well. Jupiter is the ruler of Pisces, your polarity energy, and then also Sagittarius. And then I did see the 5 wands that are here that are, I automatically got there being no competition. And then the sun being very healing, bright, happy, joyful. This is 2 sun energies also here too. So that'll be significant as well. And I just get the impact of the sun being very important. The illumination, the healing, the strong representation of the Leo energy, the bravery, the courage, the showmanship, the boisterousness, the attractiveness, being great and successful, possibly in entertainment, shining and really, really shining, superiorly bright. But the Prince of Wands, I'm just getting like it just being a strong component to the fire overall that's here as far as that go-getting energy. Where I'm even picking up the King of Wands, but this, again, just speaking to the youthfulness or the age, just being a younger person. And then I'm also getting desert energy. Arizona is being picked up also too. So I'm getting success in the fire, and it being bountiful, beautiful energy of fire. Strong sun energy, sun being the ruler of Leo. You could have cusping energy when it comes to Leo. Take what resonates for that. All right. That's a lot of fire. Oh, Lord Jesus, it's a fire. Oh, shoot. Okay. Let's get your 4th card for Virgo. Fourth card for Virgo. Like, I just get a strong force of two people always together. I even kind of got that here with the Capricorn goat energy, that possibly being the representation of a feminine energy that the King of Pentacles is connected to. And then it also appearing here. Being here, of course, in this energy here, but definitely showing itself in a very strong presence where I get the feminine energy connected. If you are this King of Pentacles, and then being very mystical. Fourth card for Virgo. I saw the King of Cups. So that'll be a loving, passionate energy coming from within the King of Pentacles energy, who's also going to be seen. I'm also getting to, like, the youthfulness with this success and victory here. May have started for this King of Pentacles when they were young. Is this the life story? The life story of someone. Let's get your fourth card for Virgo. Oh, shit. Alright, we have the Ten of Wands reversed. So this is fire energy, but it's fire that's over. I'm also getting fire that has burnt itself out. This being the end of a cycle, burdens being over, burdens being laid down, burdens being sent to the universe is what I see here, with these being overturned and then heading towards Saturn is what I see there. And then wands will be more fire, Sagittarius, Leo, Aries, and a Fucus. And then the new cycle energy will speak to this one wand here, releasing all of these overturned ones. And in doing so, I believe it's speaking to the newness that's coming through, having nothing to do with the past. So learning lessons from a particular cycle and moving on into a new phase, a new cycle, a new beginning. You can see there's a feminine energy that's in the midst of these burdens here, so that could be relevant too. And I almost see them like matchsticks. So that could be significant too. But they're all going towards, like, I'm getting them energetically being released and going towards Saturn. A lot of fire. We'll put this here. Let's do this here. Okay, and then let's get your fifth card. The 4-card energy, I'm getting that having to do with stability and security. So learning lessons. There being a lightening up of burdens. No more burdens. Releasing of burdens. So with the matchsticks, it could be with the amount of fire. This King of Pentacles. Putting out fires, like bad fires. And then this being like a good fire that I'm getting. Take what resonates. But this will be the end of a cycle and then a new beginning with a release of burdens. All right, let's get your fifth card 4 energy is also Cancerian energy, where I'm getting a great sense and depth of love and emotion. 5th card for Virgo. We have the 4 of Cups. In this particular 4 of Cups, I always get, someone feeling like they have everything, but then there being not a whole lot of love or emotion. Very interesting that we had that King of Cups come through. So I do get this pertaining to the King of Pentacles energy. Possibly wanting to portray themselves as a King of Cups, but on the inside, feeling a little bit lonely and in despair. Maybe with this lesson of having this newness that came through in their lives. Like a healing energy after there being a release of some burdens here. That had a lot of I get this fire being different than this fire. And so that could be with the Saturn energy. Definitely could be dealing with some karmic stuff. And the release of these burdens. In that release, I just get almost like this being the result of that release. Seeing where this may have possibly made someone feel ill, not so well, not receiving love. It just being a lot of fire and there being no cups. And so this being a realization could be a dark night of the soul also too. And then there's 4 lotuses with each of these cups, where these are opportunities. And it could be connected to partnerships, but I'm not getting that for some reason. I feel that this 4 energy is going to be more connected to the Cancerian energy and the love that comes from one particular person. Where there's happiness and then an ultimate cup of love with the 3 of Cups of happiness. I even get to this being about the unconditional love. And having this love with them at all times. Maybe going through this process of endings and learning lessons in order to get to that realization of what that 4 of Cups truly means. And being blessed with a gift and an opportunity. Traditionally, in 4 Cups, you would see 3 cups off to the side and then 1 cup being offered. I do get a sense of that here with this particular cup being a little taller. Than the other cups here. But I'm getting it being one particular energy. And having these cups of love to offer in the time of need for the King of Pentacles. We'll just go ahead and call it what it is. King of Pentacles here, who also came through as the Prince of Wands and then the King of Cups. I get this being almost like the steps to the Emperor, because you have all 4 elements that are wanting to come through. The only one that we don't have yet will be the Swords. So having this love, and maybe that's where I'm getting this being one complete energy, this being about the lesson of possibly being depleted, having dealt with whatever is coming through here that's now over and done. And then the complete emotional fulfillment will be the Six of Cups added to this Four of Cups. That gives the overall 10 of Cups. So that could even be too, with the Six of Cups taken away from the Ten of Cups, giving the Four of Cups, speaking to a karmic or karmics and learning from those situations. And this just being the current state that one has been. And I did say that, this being the result after, like the aftermath. So this may have been a tower moment. And then with the Four energy, another reason I'm getting that being more about one complete energy is also the Four of Wands. And that being related, the Four of Swords of healing. Coming away from some possible betrayal, hurt. Like having everything materially. And there being an imbalance is what I'm getting. It being too much of the material and not enough love. Maybe having like a false perspective and learning from this. That just because you may have all the things that you could ever want in the world materially, doesn't mean that you get that with love. Like I'm getting, when I'm alone in my room, sometimes I stare at the wall, and in the back of my mind, I hear my conscience call, telling me I need a girl who's as sweet as a dove. For the first time in my life, I see I need love. LL Cool J, I need love. That's coming through also too. Very interesting also too, the channel title that I got. There's just a few more minutes in your arms, sealed with a heart. I don't know if that's going to focus on that because that's in cursive. Is that recognizable? Because it's cursive. Oh, shoot. Okay. So, very deep energy. I spent a lot of time on that card, too. And then Cups is going to be, again, your polarity energy of Pisces. And then Cancer, Scorpio, and Ophiuchus. So I'm getting a sense of Cups being depleted. Or not even being depleted. Just not even being there. But these Cups always being there. I'm just getting that very strongly. Where it may have been a Ten of Cups. But because of the karmic situation here, something ending, those Four Cups still being there. I get that being the solidity connected to the Four of Wands. That would speak to the union. And I did mention spiritual union and marriage with the King of Pentacles. Allow what resonates. Let's get your 6th card for Virgo. Sixth card for Virgo. Okay. And here is the karmic completion. With that karmic completion, I do see the significance of the Queen of Pentacles in the World card, where I do get the King of Pentacles seeing their true counterpart as the World. And in enforcing that energy, it's putting an end with a connect to a Queen of Swords. who may have known this and had awareness about the spiritual connection, and then that being related to what we have here with the reversal and that feminine energy, it being very burdensome. This particular Queen of Swords holds this sword here. And this will also be the testament to that King of Sword energy for this King of Pentacle, with this particular element coming through in connection to a karmic. That's not being upright, but it's still going to give that energy of the King of Swords for the King of Pentacles who has started this reading off. So then I'm getting this being the steps of a king heading into their emperor status, which is beautiful. And in doing so, it calls for the actions of reflection and then removing what has not been serving, what has been burdensome, what has been possibly built upon based off of past perspectives, when one was less awakened, is also what I'm getting, and it being put upon this person as far as like beliefs that the material world would introduce love, and then finding that that's not the case. And so the strong galactic energy, we do see that here. I'm getting this strongly as being the Queen of Pentacles, a part of that spiritual union. And what we all see here, that just goes back to that Ace of Wands. So maybe like being misguided and misdirected and believing a particular path, like taking a certain path that got one here with the Ten of Wands, overturning this Ten of Wands, going through some healing and reflection, and then making the best decision, like a judgment call. And that actually is right before the World card. So making a judgment call that's for the best for themselves, that's then going to be in the best interest for those that they are connected to. Still connected to, I should say. So this will be the end. And again, embracing that energy of divine feminine from within to the divine masculine energy here. And in doing so, it's about the removal of this Queen of Sword energy, who was determined to disconnect or try and disconnect a spiritual union here with the Lovers. You can see the two energies here. And this is one of the most galactic lover cards that it's one of my favorites, to be honest. And this Queen of Swords was attempting to cut that off. Or to even cause some kind of, to keep harmony away. To cause discord, to cause upset. And I mean, if this is resonating for you, you're going to know what this story is for you. So I'm not going to go deep into everything that I'm picking up related to the deceptiveness of this particular energy, because that's what this Queen of Swords in reverse will also be about too, is deception. Major deception. And all things unharmonized is also what I'm getting. Not a very nice person. Also a person who may need to go through some healing themselves. And so in the release of this energy, everyone is getting lessened. Everyone involved. And so then we have the World card, where I get this being about that portal energy moving into the new beginning. And then the matching energy with that wand being held, and it being a magical wand and not a weapon. Very vulnerable energy, strong, beautiful energy. Very, very beautiful. This will speak to the mysticism of the counterpart. Queen of Pentacles. Let's call a spade here. This is a card of 21. Comes together to create a 3, and the 3 energy very well could be connected to the Empress energy. That's a part of the major arcana. I get strong mastery, great magician energy, wonderful manifester. The new moon energy, I do see that here. And we kind of got that energy also too with this energy. I feel it's very similar to what we picked up here with that strong sexual passion and the energy of masculine to the feminine energy. And the location, like the location is always going to be you two together because you're spiritually connected and in union as soulmates. So things that didn't make sense making sense because there's greater awakenings. The Judgment card will also be about awakenings as well. But we did have a new moon yesterday. That may be relevant to the new phases and coming into some new beginnings. But that pretty energy, I've never even noticed this really as the new moon, but I am seeing this as the new moon that's here. So I'm getting like swaying of this divine feminine energy, the movements being important, the body structure, the curves, it all being sensed and recognized and felt. I'm even getting oceanic energy, mermaid energy as well by the King of Pentacle counterpart energy. And I get the surrounding energy being all components, oh my goodness, of the Emperor energy with the 4 energies. And I'm even seeing, like, I know this is Aquarius energy, but I get also to the visionary energy being Virgo energy. This being the magic from within the Virgo energy. A lot of you being Virgos and a lot of you being the divine masculine energy that's coming through strongly as the King of Pentacle representation there. And that'll speak to the strong Emperor energy too, showing up as the king. All 4 kings, where I get this 4 energy being significant to that. All 4 kings creating the Emperor energy. So it's very similar to what I got here with you both being together. I feel that you're both together here. The new moon energy possibly being about that touchdown and the physicality, things being brought into the physical for a soulmate partnership. That's very exciting. All right, Virgos, it's your magical selves and your magical counterparts. That's beautiful. So we have the polarity energy, and I feel that may be also important with the Pisces energy for you. But Aquarius, Leo, Scorpio, Taurus. And then the roses, like I just get a lot of love surrounding this person, but then surrounding this connection where you and your counterpart are here together. You're always together. And you're both manifesting each other. So this being the cycling of getting to that physicality, of manifesting successfully. The beauty surrounding it, it's definitely going to speak to the fated situation that was brought up earlier. The roses are going to be also related to the Scorpio energy, the healing, with the 2 sun energies being significant also too. This is a lot of life. It's very superiorly galactic here. I'm also seeing water here too as a part of the galaxy. So that could be significant too. It brings me to the Lovers. And then also the Star card. This is so pretty. Henna could be significant. I do see that on the feet. I did notice the importance of the foot being over that 1 cup. That was distinct. But I get this being the energy, the 4 energy being here as a representation very strongly of divine union, the Four of Wands. And that'll be a card of 1111, make a wish. Beautiful energy. This is so pretty. So the importance of the feet. This will be the right foot, speaking to feminine, left foot, masculine. And so rising, I also get that sense of rising and possibly divine feminine, Queen of Pentacles, also elevating and being stronger from within themselves. Again, this will be about everyone involved, learning lessons and being able to grow from this, and that being a choice also too. And I get this being the message of that Queen of Pentacles, divine feminine energy, growing, extending, and then the two forces of you both manifesting and creating successfully what it is that you want and you wish to see for yourselves, becoming more of something in fruition. Those roses just keep wanting to, and I see them kind of coming from this wand here too, of manifesting from the Queen of Pentacles / divine feminine / Empress. And that row of roses just, so the beauty, the scent, the arms, there's the importance of those arms, the magic that comes from that being just completely beautiful with these roses connected to it. Roses are very healing also too. They have great magical powers. I also see the toes, and that dip of the toe energy, that's giving me that star card energy that's touching on the rose here. And so then all these flowers will also speak to what I was getting here with all those lotuses being, and that could be the false perspective. Maybe feeling like, this, maybe feeling like the King of Pentacles, feeling like they, had options, or, there were going to be others who may have been like who it is they thought they were seeing and maybe thought couldn't have. And then trying to find replacements or something like that, and realizing on this journey here that there's no one that compares, nothing and no one like it. And that's also being why the World card is here. And I also just seen 42, 44. That could be significant for you too. This is beautiful. So then a new cycle beginning here. And I get it being connected to what's here, but this being, I'm getting like also renewed. Like this may have been opportunity from the past that was missed. It's still being connected here. But then going on this journey here and then finding these overturned wands. And it could be like multiple karmics also too. I'm just getting one particular karmic coming through especially though that was very, very burdensome. And it's showing right here with this card here. So karmic cycle successfully completed. And what I was also just saying about this here too could be connected to the deception, and that being found out and discovered also too with the reverse Queen of Swords. And given that we have the reverse Queen of Swords, that's speaking possibly to a 3D union or marriage, where now there's going to be a divorce and a separation of some sort. The end of burdens. The two reversals will speak to that. Let's go ahead and we'll get your major arcana and finish up your reading here for Virgo. Yeah, just a few more minutes in your arms because it's full of love. Roses are a strong representation of love. The color red is going to be the deep, intense, passionate, and romantic energy that I was also picking up on. Root chakra energy as well, but I'm also getting Taurus and Scorpio being significant with the red and the green. And then even Christmas energy is also wanting to come through too. But the importance of those arms and being in each other's arms will be significant. I'm missing energy too. I'm just getting that. Something coming together though here. Major Arcana for Virgo. Very interesting. We're doing a Major Arcana, and this reading ended on a Major Arcana. That's the very last card of a manifestation cycle. Karmic cycle also too. Card for Virgo. Tower. And I believe I said that. So this just confirms it. Of a masculine energy on his way to being a successful, full-on emperor. The steps to the emperor. You have the Pentacles, the King of Cups wanted to come through, but then the truth of that wanting to come through. I also get to there's no getting around the truth. So this King energy facing the truth from within themselves. And that'll be the reflection energy along the journey here that has come through for this reading. The yeah, so the Pentacles, the Cups, the fire, and that's a lot of fire. That could be significant too. There may have been a fire, something that may have happened with the structure or a home also. And then the sword. And I get to the reason why that King of Sword didn't come through. I'm not too fond of that King of Sword from this deck. But I also feel that kind of speaks to the burdensome energy that's been released or being released, connected to this Queen of Sword reverse that is also coming through, connected to the Ten of Wands. And the overpowering energy, like overpowering, very controlling, vindictive, manipulative, calculating. And it just being the traits that this particular person has displayed, the choices that this person has displayed and made. There being no attack on any of the character of this person, because we all start as beautiful little babies in this world, where the potential of, you know, our character and our personalities, our souls are always going to be there. So that loving space will always be from within us. It can just get clouded and jaded by 3D as we grow. So I get a lot of that being surrounded, surrounding this Queen of Swords here, and then that being, you know, a part of this, helping a lot of that, if not all of it, to come away, like to come off of, so they can see the truth from within themselves. But this will be a part of that awakening experience. This is strong Scorpio energy. It also is a 16 that comes together to create a 7, so the importance of balance also being here too. Explosive energy I also get with the power of mysticism coming from their counterpart energy as a soul. And how this may have been that, this is the catalytic energy that I was picking up on earlier also too, that has caused the boom. Here's the boom. And then the next card after the Tower will be the Star card. And that'll be the fate, the destiny taking its course, the universe seeing something through that has been meant to be and is meant to be. a breakthrough also too, but things being built on false perspective, being built way too high, coming down. Ego death could also be a part of this too. This is just great awakening, stripping away all of that has been a facade, so that one can be clothed in the true love that comes from within, that's been missing and has been found. Okie dokies, let's get your final card for Virgo. Not gonna take those. Final card for Virgo. Sagittarius. Arrows going up, and this arrow also being not of defense, but more for the offense. The angel crew, sending love up, being surrounded by love. This will also be the star card energy. I got this a few readings ago with this arrow being here, and then it was kind of like what you would see in the star card, and the star being the arrow, and then being surrounded by the stars. It's very similar also to the Ace of Wands. But arrows going up, blessings going up for any and everyone, regardless of 3D actions, what have you. So for the Sagittarius card, and this will be polarity to the Gemini energy, the Magician energy, the utilization of that wand. It's very similar also to this card here as well. On my way to my next Destiny, I am Centaur, and then the color for Sagittarius will be purple. The life energy of 9. So the importance of that is being seen, felt, and recognized. I'm also getting to. Allow what resonates. 9s are about completions, but it's also great spiritual energy, and I did pick that up with the spiritual marriage, the spiritual union between you and someone else that, I mean, you're in love with. It's true love. Beautiful energy. This will also be the channeling that I got with the connect to Jupiter as well. So that could be significant in your chart. If you're the King of Pentacles, also known as the Emperor. Very beautiful. Royal energy. So that'll also speak to the strong Leo energy that I got as well with the suns. And then the strong Leo sense here, 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 and the connect there with the past lifetime energies and what's faded. 2 of Cups is also coming through, but very royal energy. And it started off that way here too, which is even more beautiful. But this is good fire also too with the upright energy. And then, again, Sagittarius will be significant for you in very unique and special ways. And you will know why. And it could be, and it's going to be very much related to the message that's here. Just a few more minutes in your arms. With the heart. That heart wanting to be significant. We have a lot of those here in the Sagittarius card. All right, we'll leave this here. And we'll leave that there. Virgos, this was your reading. I hope that these messages were helpful, enlightening, empowering, and enriching here for you. I thank you all so much for your continued love and support. Welcome to all new subscribers. And until we meet again, I wish you all the very best. Take great care. I love you. 55 on the clock. Peace.